Hi, everyone. This is a demonstration of SmartBook 2.0 from the student perspective. So as you see on your screen, this is what Connect will look like when a student logs directly into Connect. If you're using a learning management system like Blackboard or Canvas, students may access these assignments through there as long as you sync them, and it will take them directly into the Connect assignment as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Chapter 6 assignment that I created for the instructor demo. So again, students would click on this within the learning management system, or if you are using Connect directly without a learning management system, they would go to the assignment here and click the blue arrow and click Begin. And essentially this next screen is what everyone will see once they click into the assignment, whether it's directly in Connect or through your learning management system. On the first screen, it will welcome you and it will show the assignment as well as give you the option to start with the reading or the questions. Most students will start with the questions. For purposes of this demonstration, we'll start with the reading. So when a student clicks the reading, it takes that student to the chapter in the SmartBook. Note, the chapter looks the same as it does in the paper version, down to the page numbers, content, and pictures. Students do have the option to make the text larger if they wish. You'll notice that there's a lot of yellow highlighting. The yellow highlighting is associated with all of the content you selected when you created this assignment. Students can toggle between pages by clicking the arrows in the upper left-hand corner. And you'll notice this is not highlighted because I did not select this as a content item when I created the assignment. Or if you don't want to have students go page to page, they can go between concepts. So at the top here above the arrows, the blue arrows, if you click the concept arrows, that will take you concept to concept instead of page to page. Students do this, you'll notice there's blue highlighting. And the blue highlighting is to signify the current concept that a student may be on. So if there happens to be more than one concept on a page, you'll notice that you'll see blue and yellow highlights. And that's so they can differentiate when one concept starts and when one finishes. Throughout this experience, students can toggle back and forth. So if a student wants to go into the questions, the student would then go down to the bottom here where it says 2 questions, and it will take them over to the questions in the SmartBook assignment. Rather than a virtual assistant popping up with an automated voice, in SmartBook 2.0, students will now get assignment tips that will pop up throughout their experience. Once they click the Got It button, they will see their question. So students answer questions the same way they did in the original SmartBook, except you'll notice now that their confidence level has been reduced from 4 to 3. Students still have to rate their confidence. If a student wants to go back into the reading, students can click the reading button in the bottom right. Or throughout their experience, if they would like to go back into the text, they can do that at the top here. And then you'll also notice resources here. The student is working on a question and is unsure of the content and wants additional remediation. By clicking the resource button, it will take students into additional resources. These may consist of videos, matching exercises, scripts of content, etc. And these are optional and a way for a student to get additional information on a concept outside of what is already in the textbook. Up at the top here, it shows the student progress. If you click on the little I, it will let the student see how many concepts have been completed, are in progress, or are not started. Keeping in mind that a concept does not mean number of questions. There are multiple questions with each concept. If the student gets questions wrong, it's going to keep asking them questions on that concept until they master the concept. Also keep in mind, for purposes of chunking information, SmartBook 2.0 will only ask students questions from 5 concepts at a time. And once one concept is mastered, it brings in another. So let's go ahead and try answering a question. So students will have to pay attention to the directions for the question. Let's just select them all just so we can get the question wrong. Let's put our confidence in there. You'll see I got it partially wrong. And on the ones that I did get wrong, it gives me a rationale for why. And again, if I want to remediate, I can go over to the text or to additional resources on the right. Now, since I got that wrong, it's going to keep asking me questions from that concept until I master the content. So we'll go over here. Let's get this one wrong as well. Let's put our confidence level in. Now you're going to notice that I've answered 2 wrong in a row, and I cannot go to the next question. It's going to require me to either go into the text or into the resource for remediation. When you click into the text, it's going to take you to the section where that is housed, and it will highlight blue and indicate that is the section you are on right now. It does not take the student directly to the answer, but it takes the student to the top of the section where that is housed. And once the student goes back to the question, they can continue on to answering. So essentially, SmartBook 2.0 assignments will not allow students just to randomly guess, or it will force them out of the questions back into the text or the resources. And again, to complete the assignment, students have to master all of the concepts and have 100% progress, and then it will complete and send their grade automatically to the gradebook. For the deadline that you've created as an instructor, if a student does not complete the assignment by the deadline, it will prorate their grade based on the completion percentage, or if they don't even start the assignment at all, you will have to go in and put a manual 0. Keep in mind, students do have full access to the SmartBook assignment even after the due date. They just cannot work in it for credit. Once a student completes a SmartBook assignment, they will immediately see recharge. Recharge is not for points, but it is a way for students to keep on top of content, and the questions asked will be based on what they missed the first time through. Students can recharge immediately, or they can recharge at different time intervals throughout the semester. Also, if a student does complete the SmartBook assignment or gets halfway through it and wants to start later, students can exit the SmartBook assignment. It will take them out of the SmartBook assignment, and then going back in later, it will take them to the screen where they left off the first time. Before that, though, of course, it will tell them their progress. So let's go back to questions, and this is where we were when we clicked out before. One thing I want to show you briefly is the Read Anywhere app. There is a Read Anywhere app that students can download free of charge. SmartBook 2.0 can be downloaded. It looks exactly the same as using it on a desktop or a laptop, except it's on a mobile phone. It uses the same highlighting, the same look for answering questions, and the same reporting, which we'll look at in a different video. One thing to note is students will have to download the assignments using the little blue cloud while they are on the internet. And then the nice thing is they can access these offline. So if students live in an area that doesn't have reliable internet, or they're on the subway or somewhere that doesn't have internet, students can still work on their SmartBook assignments. They just have to make sure that they get on the internet before the due date so the system can sync their grade. So SmartBook 2.0 does work with SmartBook assignments and is a great way for students to access everything offline. So this is a demonstration of SmartBook 2.0 from the student perspective.